Can you give us a preview of real-world use cases that would benefit the most from ESSPI?
So I can avoid being a little bit technical about this, but the thing is that when you design a system for verifying arbitrary computations on top of Bitcoin, you want the system to be as flexible as possible. You want not only to support certain specific cryptographic scheme like a SNARK, you want it to support STARKs or Foley schemes or NOVA or Hypernova, anything that comes later. And why this is so important? Because over the last 5 years, I would say the cryptographic schemes to prove computation have been improved so much. Like every year we have almost a tenfold improvement in efficiency. So being stuck with a certain system, a certain proving system, which also has specific security assumptions which are not great, like trusted setup, etc., it's not something we want. We want general purpose verification systems, and that's what BitBMX already provides. So here is the thing: to be able to verify any other of these schemes, like a STARK, you need to post on Bitcoin a higher amount of data. A SNARK, you can create a SNARK with just 128 bytes, and that's enough to to prove a fact with a SNARK. But when you want to use some other systems like STARK, you may need to post 80 kilobytes of proof to be able to natively verify that. And the thing is that to post information, you have to sign it with Internet signatures. That's the only mechanism that exists until ESSPI to be able to get this information signed and into a smart contracts in Bitcoin. And this is terribly inefficient. Well, it means that the expansion factor for every single byte of proof that I want to put and I want to verify, I need 200 bytes.
What about Lamport?
Well, Lamport is just as inefficient as Winternet. It's just a little bit more inefficient. Like Winternet signature is just packing several, I could say, several Lamport bits together into a single chain instead of just a single bit. So it's kind of a little bit, it's about a 50% improvement. But we are talking about, a 200, even 200 bytes per single byte that I want to sign. So that is prohibitive for anything but SNARKs. So all the other systems, you would see that they just verify SNARKs. They cannot verify anything else. And if they want to verify anything else, they just pass it through a SNARK verifier in the last step. While we actually, with ESSPI, we changed that.
Let me interrupt you for a second.
Yeah.
So the reason for that is because the inputs in all the other schemes are signed with Winternet or Lamport.
Well, there's two things. You have schemes that are specifically built to verify SNARKs and nothing else. Like the whole script just is a SNARK verifier. So you are stuck with that. And then you may have some other schemes that they do have input, like they can receive a SNARK, like BitBM1, but still they do this expansion, enormous expansion on the size of the input. So with ESSPI, what we have is that we can have a general purpose protocol such as BitBMX, but now we can get the input with no expansion at all. Like we have a constant signature, which is small, very small compared to the data of the proof, like 65 bytes compared to 100 kilobytes of data. And this data is just thrown into a Bitcoin transactions and just you sign the transaction. That's the whole trick. Is just reuse Bitcoin transaction signing, which are either signed by ACDSA or by Schnorr, and just use it from the smart contract. And this is completely new.